Yo YouTube, so we're back with a brand new vlog here, and I got a guest with me. So you guys know that I moved out here to rural Florida about 4 months ago, and I really don't have any friends. But I've been taking Benjamin, my son, to a baseball coach, right? So Ben played tennis and swimming when we were back in the suburbs. And when we came out here, there was no lessons or anything available for that. We knew that he could swing a bat, so I figured let's put him in baseball. I don't know anything about baseball, right? I never played baseball, don't really watch baseball. So we hired a baseball coach. And so he and I started chatting, and we decided that it would be a good idea for the two of us to do a workout together. So I want to introduce you to Jeff. And so Jeff and I are going to do a baseball workout. Jeff coaches baseball players and also is a strength and conditioning coach himself. For our viewers, what would you say are some like really good tips for getting baseball players stronger, more explosive, better in the gym?
Yep, so what I would say is you want to start from the ground up, right? Baseball, any sport really. I train any sport, so you want to start from the ground up.
Jeff is a fan of Ben from Knees Over Toes. We just discovered that. And so he was showing me like, you know, the ATG split squats and stuff like that. You believe that those are really good for baseball players?
Yes, definitely. You want to get your knees strong, legs strong, calf strong. That's the core, that's the main thing.
What we're gonna do today is kind of like a hybrid strongman baseball training session, right? And what does that mean? I chose what I thought were the best odd object lifts that I've got that would support baseball players. And we're gonna begin with keg carries. And you guys know, if you've been watching a while, I love keg carries because they work on thoracic extension, building that external rotation of the upper arm, which a lot of baseball players have like a medial rotation issue, especially if they're throwing a lot, right? So they end up with like one shoulder like this sometimes. And this will help open that up. Also, the hamstrings, right? Which we use when we're sprinting, we're pulling. So we're gonna do sort of like a warm-up workout with the keg carries, then we'll move on, hang out. This is a spotlight one of my neighbors gave me or had me hold on to so I can find gators in my lake. Have you ever seen gators since you moved down here?
Yeah, oh hell yeah.
You seen them?
Yeah.
Where'd you see the gators?
Just at a couple restaurants and stuff.
Like gator bites, like tails, like eating it?
No, I've seen them. You really got some back there?
Yeah, well, we've seen the eyes. So what you gotta do is you gotta point this at nighttime and you just like scan the lake. And if you see anything reflecting back to you, and so I saw like an eye just, and then dip.
Yep.
And they came back out again. So he's got bait back there. We're trying to catch it. He caught a 12-footer like 2 weeks ago in the St. Johns River.
Wow.
All right, so when I first started strong, the very first time I did strongman, I went to, it was a CrossFit seminar in Sarasota. I had literally just moved to St. Pete. And Tom Mitchell, who's like, he was the Florida State chairman at the time. He was like 6'6", 300 pounds. He was just a big badass. He lined up a bunch of kegs like this. So this very first thing I've ever done with regard to strongman was just carrying kegs like this. And he lined them up, and he had a cone. I'll put a cone out there. He said, pick up one. Pick up one, take it to the line and back. Then pick up the next one to the line and back. And so that's what we'll do.
As high as you can, up, right?
Yeah, as it gets heavier, it's just gonna be hard. But you just want to pin it into your chest, that's all, yep. So this one has sand in it. Okay. It's a little bottom heavy.
Quicker, huh?
Might one. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Yep. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. So this is probably a good working weight. That one started to go. Yeah.
Yep.
This one we'll just do for shits and giggles. I'm gonna lift this one a little differently. You'll see. arm straight. One arm bent. Yeah. Good, yep. So besides for Colleen, Jeff is my first training partner since moving here. Yeah, you are. Like I said, I don't know anybody around here, so it's cool that you and I linked up, man. It's good to have another dude to train with.
Oh, yeah,
my wife's fun, she's strong. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's more motivational.
Yep. Pick a weight, then you can get to the fence and back.
Fence?
Yeah. So we'll stabilize on one of these.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop it. If you want to go right ahead, come back, you can. But more than likely, I'm gonna need a break on it. I'm like you, just trying to get my cardio up.
Yeah, I love it, dude.
Okay, so now I'm not a fan of repeating sports movement under load, like, right? Which is, there's nothing wrong with it, but I think that should be reserved for the sports coach, right? You're gonna use a heavy ball or heavy bat or something like that.
Right.
But working the patterns or chunks of a throw pattern or a swing pattern into the workout, I think is good. So I'm just gonna demonstrate here. I'm gonna go use a rope cable. That's how I go. And so this works that hip rotation and then twist to the core.
And it gets that shoulder.
So the arm, yeah, it does, but just like when you're throwing, your power doesn't come from the arm, does it? Right. It comes from whatever you're doing here. So just like that, with the arm should float. In other words, bang, let the hips do the work, and then the arm just follows through. One toe face forward, one toe out. I'm gonna sink it to this back leg, rotate through it. Good, to start here. Good. So that toe's facing this way, that one's there. Opposite hand up. What you're gonna do, you're gonna sink into this back leg, stay upright, and then you're gonna push out of the leg and let the arm carry itself. So look, when you finish, that's what it should look like.
Just like you're swinging it back.
Good, eyes up, always this way. Good, sink into that back leg. Not bad, good, stay lower.
Okay.
Yep, lower center of gravity. Hey, look, right here, turn your fist over. Good, sink. Yeah, into that one, and you're gonna push out of that leg, and then into the front one. Yep, do one more. If you were helping my son learn how to throw, which is actually helping me how to throw, I think I remember you saying that he needs to come fully through, right?
Yep.
And so we've been practicing that with the ball, but this here, I think, you know, I'm just making this up because I'm watching the movement and thinking about the exercise. Oh, may actually support that. Let's see. Tell me what you think. So we're coming from here. Now this one's a little different. I got my wide base, toes are forward, chest is up, grab with the opposite arm, because it's a lot of pulling this way as much as it's pushing this way. I keep my eyes over my shoulder. Eyes are always forward, but then I lean into this right side. So I'm low, and then I'm gonna shift into the other leg, and then I'm gonna look over the other shoulder. So it's here.
Well, that's gonna help with too as you're swinging.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
So shift, shift. Boom.
And you're throwing too as well.
So when you swing a baseball bat, it's all upper body and arms.
No, it's literally exactly what you were doing there. You have to use your I wasn't using my lower, like you said, you know. I was just trying to use my upper body and turn. I'm not getting all that force into it. You know, when you swing it back, you're going back a little, just a second, just like you were doing in that swing. Your hands are literally almost the same spot, and then you're going. Woo! That's what you should be doing. That's what I should have been doing over there, you know. So it's back.
Yeah.
You want it to go forward, like you were doing.
Actually, I have to learn how to swing a baseball bat. Here's my rationale with this, right? Like, of course, we know These are good for the glutes and the hamstrings and the low back, right? Which is good for sprinting, throwing, jumping. But I want to add an extra component to it, which is a external rotation of the upper arm at the top of the movement, right? Because once again, baseball is a lot of flexion, right? Medial rotation and flexion. So we're gonna go external rotation and extension. So let's see what this would look like. It'll be like this here. Yeah, externally rotate those hands. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Keep the chin tucked. The top. Yep. Keep the spine neutral. And when you get to the last one, just hold it. Nice. Long neck. Up chin tuck. Yeah, and you know what? He just replaced his own roof.
Yeah.
He climbed up there with the pallets on a ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an old badass.
Yeah.
Yep, just like you. This is Bruce, by the way.
Hi.
Bruce is my guy who I get all my fruit trees from.
I love the flag right there.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, that's the real American flag in my
I'll tell you
mind.
what, it is. Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
You don't have to fertilize anything until February, Valentine's Day.
Okay, good.
Okay, 848, you get it from us.
Okay.
Okay.
4-8.
It's 50-pound bags and they're $35 a bag, and you only need one right now, but eventually it will go up to 2. Double fertilization on the mangoes. They need more phosphate. Perfect spread on those.
Okay,
Perfect.
so these are bananas.
Yep.
These are mangoes.
Yep. This is Bombay. Bombay, I believe. No, it's Dominica. Valencia Pride. Which, if you look up Valencia Pride, it's right at the top of the list on all mangoes. Mother Mary of all mangoes.
And why is that? It's like the first one?
If you Google Hayden mango, Zeals in Miami, about 80% of the mangoes that he cultivated started with Hayden.
Nice.
The Hayden mango is like 300 years old. It's okay. Something I need you to do, get a gallon container, put 2 tablespoons of Dove liquid soap in it, and spray these trees. That'll take care of that. They call it U-La-La superhouse, and the reason for that is University of Louisiana developed it for colder weather.
Hey, you have one more?
Still green? Still green.
Okay.
This limb isn't. I'd cut it to right there.
Okay, cut that one.
Yep.
And what about this one too? It's all black.
Just cut it.
Cut these two.
Yep.
All right.
Chances are it's going to come back.
Okay. Again?
Yeah. As long if we're not getting any rain, okay?
We're not gonna rain. Did you guys water all these ones today already?
Yep.
So I don't have to do it.
They're all
again
watered
until,
in.
So that was a cool little interruption. That guy was planting all my fruit trees. So step 1 here on the Strength Camp Ranch is the orchard, right? A lot of people have been asking me, what are you gonna do with all that land, Elliot? And I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with a big portion of it, but I wanted to get fruit trees, right? I live in Florida, why not have oranges, bananas, mangoes? And so maybe here, sometime in the near future, I have some fruit for you guys, right? Really just fruit for me. I'll be eating fruit in front of you guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish up our quasi-baseball, strongman, functional, weird workout with something that was introduced to me by Matt Fury. I'm pretty sure most of you guys have no idea who Matt Fury is, but he was one of the very first fitness guys online. And he was into all kinds of things, including martial arts, but his sons play baseball. And he said for strength training with his son, he doesn't do any upper body training except for mace and club training. Now I have a couple clubs. I haven't learned how to use the clubs, but I know how to use a mace. And so Jeff and I are gonna mess around with some mace swings. And so as you know, you start with the athletic position. Want to have it straight out in front of us, balancing it here. And the first one is just gonna be a dip, and then balance. So I'll go, boom. So 5 one way, and then 5 the other way. That's good to do both sides. From what I understand, these are like ancient training tools for warriors, right? Like I guess I could imagine that if I was one of these dudes that like had to sling a sword, right? You want to get real strong at being able to like maneuver that thing. So I could only imagine that some of those swords back in like the Middle Ages could be 50 pounds maybe, right? Big ass swords that these dudes would be swinging around their heads and chopping people with. And then this is a way to sort of just get yourself strong enough to handle it. Nice. There you go. You did.
I like it. You know, we did everything.
Nice.
I feel like that would work good for baseball, any sport, honestly. Everything we just did right there.
Yep, so we did K carries, we did the cable work. K carries is working the upper back, also the hamstrings, glutes, rotation, core, hip rotation,
Yep. We got some shoulder
working the glutes, yep. And then we got some shoulder power and flexibility. So, hey, if you want to do a sort of a different baseball workout, try some of these odd objects. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Enjoyed having Jeff here with us. Thank you, Jeff.
Yep.
And thank you for sticking around. Until next time, done.